we was talking about the Roc Nation Brunch and everything, and you mentioned Hove. Could you ever imagine in your fucking wildest dreams to be like working hand in hand with that man like that?
Nah, man, nah, at all.
It's like
it was crazy because like with that story, that all stemmed from I'm a Boss too. So I'm a Boss was like Hove's favorite record at the time, and they had some intern reach out to me on Twitter, and I was spinning him like crazy because I didn't think it was real.
Yeah, you ain't believe it.
I know I'm hot, but nigga, I ain't this hot.
I ain't Hove hot.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm hot around my area. And I got a couple records. I think that he heard stuff that I did on Chris Brown, Fan of a Fan.
Yeah.
And then when he heard I'm a Boss, it was over. And he was reaching out. The boy was like on my top. So I just like hit him back like, okay, what's up? You know what I mean? He was like, yo, come up to the Roc Nation office. I want to connect you with Tata. And Jay want to sign you. And I remember going up and Tata wasn't there. And I'm not going to say the A&R's name, but he ended up getting fired. But I went there and he was just like, oh, what you here for? I'm like, they told me to come here to holler at Tata. And he was like, oh, Tata ain't here. What you got, beats? I'm like, yeah, I got some beats. So he's like, yo, play him. So I'm playing the beats. This dude on his phone, filing his nails.
Who's this nigga?
I don't know. I mean, listen, I know who the nigga is, but
you don't
he
want to do
regretted
that.
it though.
I'm sure.
But, I left. I'm like, man, I'm telling my man's dude, I'm like, yo, I'm never coming back up this motherfucker.
Word.
Again. I already had I had deals on the table. I had like 5 deals on the table. So I was ignoring this dude, but I was ignoring him for like 2 weeks. He gave my number to Jay's man, Emory Jones.
I got an Emory story.
So Emory texted me, and I'm at my brother Drake crib. He texted me like, yo, I'm at dinner with Jay. You know what I mean? He wanna connect it up. He wanna do this. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it was legit.
Yeah.
Because Emory hit me up. So when I came back, Tata was there waiting for me. He was like, yo, play some beats. I played like 2 joints. And he was just like, yo, you gotta sign with us.
Word.
He's like, yo, anybody been hollering at you? I'm like, yeah, I was humble about it. I'm like, yeah, I had a few talks, but it ain't nothing too crazy. And he was like, yo, give me a couple days. I'm gonna get the paperwork together, and then we're gonna take it from there. And I got a funny story about that. So I'm like, all right, that's cool, but I mean, it could be a bigger bag out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what he's proposing, but I'm gonna weigh my options. So I'm gonna still take these meetings just in case it falls through. So I came back. I had my last meeting. I was supposed to have my last meeting at Roc Nation, but they was like right across. Their building was right in the same building as Sony. Like they was right across the hall from each other.
Okay.
I took a meeting with Sony, and after I left Roc Nation, and Tata found out about it the same exact day. He was pissed. Yeah. And my man dude was, that's my manager, and he was like, he called me out. I never forget. He called me. He said, yo, you need to fire your manager, man. He gonna fuck your career up.
Word.
You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, whatever you make, he's like, whatever they offering, you gonna make 10 times here over at Roc Nation. And then I was like, all right, you know what I mean? He's passionate, like he's really passionate about me being over there. And they was like, they had something to prove too, because I was there in the early stages. I think they had just signed like J. Cole, Bridget Kelly, and I think Willow Smith. Mm-hmm. So it was like really early.
That was like the first few artists that they signed.
So it was a big deal when I came over there. So I went there. I remember signing. I remember I had Jackie with me. Mm-hmm. She was pregnant with my daughter Amari, and I went there, man, and I got the contract, and I brought my lawyer with me, and I signed everything with the lawyer, and then he was like, yo, Jay waited for you. I didn't even know Jay was there. He was waiting for me.
I was wondering.
So he brought me into his office, and I'll never forget, because this probably was the biggest office I ever been in.
Yeah, the whole floor.
This shit was crazy. and Ho was in there watching SportsCenter. So I met him. He was just like, yo, we dapped it up. He was like, man, let's get it. And I'll never forget, we had turned around walking back, And he was like, yo, grab the ace of spades. He told Tata, grab the ace of spades.
Yeah.
And then I remember he grabbing me. And, you know, I'm like 100 pounds. He grabbed me and like shaking me up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's get it. You know what I mean?
Yo.
And then we went back into the room. And no, I wasn't finished. I had like one page left that we forgot. So then when I was finished, he was just chopping it up with Jackie the whole time. And was just like telling her like, I think he rubbed her belly or something like that, and he was like, "Yo, this couldn't happen at a better time." And
Yo,
you know what I mean? And
God's timing, man.
Yeah, it was crazy.
God's timing, man. I had I said you spoke on Emory. I have a funny Emory story. When I first moved up to New York a few years ago, I went up to the Roc Nation offices, not invited, of course. So I just go in there, I walk in the building and shit, walk up to the front desk. I'm like, yeah, I got a meeting with Emory. He waiting on me right here. You call upstairs. So they actually started calling or whatever. And it was like, he not in the office right now. And then I was like, all right, cool. And I walked out, but I didn't have no fucking meeting with him.
Nah, Emory's
I was just
super
popping up.
cool, man.
Yeah, that's why I figured. I'm like, man, if anybody going to feel me, it's going to be Emory.
Yeah, he one of the realest dudes I met in the industry, for real, man.
Yeah,
I ended up like, I remember, because when I signed, he had just got out. So
yeah.
I used to like have like little like walkthroughs and stuff like that in clubs in New York and stuff like that. And he'd just pull up. He'd be in the VIP with me. I wasn't deep. He'd just be there with me and just vibe out with me.
Yeah.
All the time.
Baltimore ass nigga.
Yep.
Baltimore ass nigga. Talk to me about that Roc Nation brunch, cause like that's like when the public just see pictures like that and it's all that greatness in one area. Like, what is that like, man?
I mean, I was there for the first one, man. And it was like the first time was the craziest one, cause it was just like, yo, I'm here like with Rihanna and like Beyonce's in here. And I mean, I met Beyonce a couple times, but with Roc Nation brunches, it's like it's all people that's in the industry. It's somebody that's doing something, so it's not like, you got your homies with you and stuff like that, to where they can branch off and holler at Beyonce. Everybody in there does something. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it was just crazy just seeing like you might see Michael B. Jordan in there. You might see just people that you watch on movies and stuff like that, and TV, people that I'm fans of, you know what I mean? So I used to just sit back. I'd be chilling in the cut and just sitting back like, damn, this is really crazy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like when I see you rubbing shoulders with people like that, it makes me smile, Josh. It's just
Thank you, man.
Like you and Nelson are pretty much the blueprint to getting out of here, being successful.
Thank you.
And just showing people the way. Like, you can do it. Like,
for sure.
Y'all are right there, like living proof to people. Like, nah, I know you in the circumstances you in, but you can change them circumstances with dedication and just sticking to your craft and just knowing what you want to do and everything. So I just love both of y'all, man. I just love how y'all represent us. I love Nelson,
man. Like, he really opened the door for everybody.
Yes.
Like,
kick that bitch down.
And then like the way he carried himself, like he never got in trouble and nothing like that. And I just respect, like he inspired me, because like this dude come from Chester, and this dude was on the cover of Sports Illustrated, you know what I mean?
And went undefeated. And
yeah, he was. Yeah, man, that's legendary. So, I mean, you know, I always was. He definitely played a part in my success as well, because that's somebody to look at. I mean, as far as music, I never really had nobody to look at. But Nelson was just somebody like that. I like. He used to come to my brother's crib. You know what I mean? And you know, I was able to watch this dude go and go to the NBA and be an all-star. And I had his jersey, you know what I mean? So that was very important. He opened the doors. He changed the game, man. He changed the game for sure.
We in talks.
I got a lot of respect for Nelson for sure, man.
Everybody should. We've been in talks for a minute now for me to sit down with him and get him on the interview. I'm sure this will probably put a little bit more fire under his ass.
Yeah, y'all gotta come up, man. Holla at my boy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Talking about the Roc Nation Brunch?
Roc Nation Brunch. What type of food are they serving? I'm imagining it's like it's naked women and pineapples on titties and shit.
Nah, it's very professional. Like, you ain't gonna have no naked women in there when Gail in there. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Gail.
Robert Kraft, and like, I done seen so many like influential people in there, and it's like, it's really like a networking thing. I mean, people get lit in there. People turn up. You know what I mean?
I'm sure it's a celebration as much as it's networking.
You know, it's still our people in there. It's, you know, it's black people in there. We gonna have fun. We gonna turn. we gonna turn it up. We gonna have fun. But more importantly, like, it's more so a networking thing. Like I didn't go to the last one. I was in Tennessee with St. Jude.
Okay.
But the year before, I had brought Jackie with me, just cause she's doing her thing and she's out here making her own money, and you know she got to make some connects out there and stuff like that. Yeah. And it's just a whole big like networking thing. That's all. You know what I mean? I
see that it's networking.
People build with each other. It's like black excellence. People build with each other. There's no egos involved. We have fun. You know what I mean? We turn up. I mean, look, Jack was in there smoking with 2 Chainz, man. They passing the. She probably gonna kill me for this, but she was in there smoking with 2 Chainz.
Where else could you get these type of stories? Yeah. My man tell me his wife smoking with 2 Chainz.
Man, she was in there, but she was there building. I know, we was chopping up with Nipsey, me and my man Rata, and she got the chance to chop it up with Lauren London and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you know that way she can pass off to like certain, you know, celebrities and things like that. Yeah. And it's just a networking thing over there, though.